business is hard. Running a business is hard. And then breaking an organization down, running divisions are hard, and then just leading organizations are hard. It does seem that in an ever-increasingly competitive world, people aren't just going to give you what you need to be successful. And a common trap or a common pitfall that we see businesses of all sizes really fall into is that in an attempt to grab market share and grab more revenue and grow the business, businesses can often find themselves losing their position in a market by virtue of just expanding into areas that start to they seem like they're a good next step in terms of the growth of the business, but dilute the brand and dilute kind of the clarity with which you need to enter the market or have a position in the market. It's fundamental to remember that your market position as a company, as a brand, is crucial because customers want strong brand codes and easy brand codes. So they know, okay, I've got for example, I've got to take my dog to daycare. There is a dog daycare, 2 miles away that I'm going to take my dog to. If there's, dilution in terms of what that company offers, or they're a kitchen for dog biscuits. They also do a little bit of daycare. They also do dog walking. Like you start to see a place where, okay, well, the customer is going to start to lose a little bit of faith in your business being the best place to go for the service that they absolutely need. And this isn't really an issue in terms of the long-term strategy of a company. Like, getting clear about what your brand is and what your positioning is just fundamental in terms of making sure that you have sustainability so that you can, when done properly, focus on the areas of the business that actually are opportunities to grow without diluting the brand. And so at Daggerfinn, what we offer is a brand clarity solution. And with this solution, companies that will come to us and say, can you take a look at just what our positioning is right now? And we'll do that by getting company, customer, competitor analysis done. We'll do surveys with actual customers in the marketplace to get an idea of what people think of the business. And then we'll also do a high level kind of consulting overview of what the business is from an objective standpoint. So what are your brand codes? What are you ranking for from an SEO standpoint? Just to understand exactly where the business is strong. And then from there, we can start to look at where we can get more clarity around who your brand is as an organization, what your brand stands for. Because from there, once you have a very strong kind of core brand brand presence, you knowing where to go in terms of growth strategy, in terms of getting clear about who you need to bring into the organization from a hiring standpoint to trigger more growth, gets a little bit easier. When your company is spread out a little bit too thin, and I'll go back to the dog example, where not only do you do daycare, you also bake dog biscuits, you also cater dog birthday parties, and you do all these things that seem like they're peripherally value add to your business, but really what the business needs is a stronger focus on a couple of core services and then growth that way. It becomes it becomes easier to see where your avenues for growth come from. When it comes to like the long-term strategy of an organization, yes, you can expand into these areas. If it is your dream as a daycare center for dogs to open up a dog bakery, maybe it's better to start up a flanker brand and not dilute the brand of the original brand and call everything under the same name. So there are lots of different strategies, lots of different tactics that can be employed, but it all needs to be sat on top of a really strong knowledge base around what your customers think about the business. What is the perception in the marketplace for your business? What are you ranking for? And from a digital marketing standpoint, where are you strong? Where are you strongest from a customer acquisition standpoint? And knowing where your base is the best way to understand how to branch out from there. And so that's what our brand clarity solution really looks at. We're kind of taking a real deep dive into your business so that we can understand the current state. And then with that, we can then identify white space to go and actually grab further market share, grow the business further, but in a way that actually doesn't dilute the brand and gives you something sustainable to hang on to in the long run.